Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the portfolio. Welcome back to the channel. Great to have everyone back on the YouTube series. For today's video, I want to do a quick update on the portfolio. It's been a couple days, so I want to get you guys caught back up to what's been happening in the overall portfolio. And more importantly, talking about a dividend strategy called dividend capture. I did this quite a bit in the past. Essentially, you jump into a stock, you buy the stock before the stock's ex-dividend date. You capture the dividend, and then on the ex-dividend date or thereafter, you sell off the stock. You still keep the dividend, and then you can use that capital to buy additional stocks to repeat that process. And you can do that weekly, more than once weekly if you have the time. But it's a strategy where you basically capture the dividend and then sell the stock off and then repeat that process moving forward. Before I talk about that strategy, let's take a quick look at the portfolio. As you can see here up on screen, up slightly today in the green, 0.61%, 26.89. Longer term perspective, up 0.34% over the last 1 week of trading, 15.17. 1 month it is down 2.43% in the red, 11,105. And 3 months up a nice 13.68%, 53,563. So kind of an up and day trading pattern for the portfolio. Options. There's quite a few forward options I do need to sell off. Call options, you can see currently in the portfolio, -9. So I have 9 sold off. If we take a look at my forward holding, however, I have 31,900. So potentially 319 options. So 310 I still have to sell off. I'll be selling those off as call sell options. You can see I did roll a few last week, but I'm looking for forward to rebound a bit tomorrow or later this week, so I can sell off call options. That'll be a couple $1,000s worth of call options for Ford. Let's go down to the bottom of the portfolio. Take a look at some of the stocks I have selected for dividend capture. You can see those right on the bottom there. CAH, Cardinal Health, O, Realty Income, and DE, John Deere and Company. 3 stocks that have all ex-dividend dates this week. DE, John Deere and Company, it has its ex-dividend date on 3/30. So you have to buy the stock before that date and then sell off on 3/30 or thereafter, and you'll still keep the dividend. And then for O, Realty Income, and CAH, it's 3/31. So again, if you buy the stock before 3/31, you can sell the stock off on 3/31 and still get the dividend. So you can essentially buy at 3/30, sell off 3/31. You still get the dividend, and if you can sell the stock off for the same price or higher than what you bought it for, you basically get in and out of the stock, you get the dividend, and then you can use that capital to repeat that process moving forward. So Cardinal Health here, I did have this in the portfolio. I did sell off earlier in the year. It's a healthcare services company. You can see here the dividend yield is 2.8%. So the ex-dividend date for Cardinal Health is 3/31. So if you buy it 3/30 or before that, you'll get the dividend if you sell off on 3/31 or thereafter. It's a 50-cent dividend for about 2.8% with the current price of the stock. And this is a company, I think it's well worth holding for the longer term. 1 month it is down 6.84%. 3 months it's down almost 11%. In 1 year, you can see it's rebounding quite nicely here, up 23.36%. And 5 years here as well, rebounding quite nicely. I think this stock would be a great stock to get into. I don't think the price will drop dramatically, but if you have to hold the stock, it's not a bad stock holding for the longer term. Next stock here is a real estate investment company, a REIT, a Realty Income. It has a dividend that is paid out monthly. We take a look at the dividend yield, 4.864%. I also had this in the portfolio, sold off earlier in the year as well. If we take a look at the dividend, you can see it's a monthly dividend here. So this dividend is very nice because it's not only a nice dividend yield, but it is paid out monthly. Real estate investment trusts typically do that. There are a few that don't, but most of them do. Current price 60.75. If we take a look at the longer term perspective here, it has been trending down a bit, but I think this is one of the more quality REITs you can jump into. The ex-dividend date for O is on 3/31. So again, if you buy on 3/30 or before, you sell off on 3/31 or thereafter, you qualify for the dividend. It's going to be 26 cents per share for dividend yield right around 5%. So I think that's a quality stock. And again, if you have to hold that for the longer term, that's well worth it. And John Deere and Company, DE, So one day up 1.69%, but over the last few months, it has been trending down a bit. But this is a stalwart of the manufacturing industry. This has a durable competitive advantage against all of its peers. I think this is a great stock to jump into for dividend capture. Take a look, you can see it manufacture distribution of equipment in agriculture, construction, forestry, and turf care. It has an ex-dividend date that will be on 3/30. It's going to be a $1.25 dividend, 1.29% with the current price. So it's not a substantial dividend yield, but again, this is a very good company to get into if you have to hold it for the longer term. The stock price is a little bit higher too, 393.01. So you'll have to use quite a bit of capital to reap a dividend from this stock. Again, $1.25 per share. So for every $3.93 you spend, you're only going to be receiving $1.25. But again, a very good company to hold for the longer term. Getting into the stock before 3:30. So you have to get into it tomorrow or on the 29th, then sell off on the 30th or thereafter to receive the dividend. So again, 3 stocks here: CAH, Cardinal Health, O Realty Income, and DE Deer. 3 stocks utilized in a dividend capture type of strategy. And again, for my portfolio, looking for the 4 call sells here this next week. I have 310 that I can do. I'll be selling the stock off in the portfolio. I can see this is the largest holding in the portfolio, currently dominating the portfolio actually, 65.85% of the overall portfolio diversity. But essentially, these 310 shares that I have open, I do have 9 contracts already out of the 319. So basically, I'll do trade options, and then for this week, if I can, sell call, and probably selling it right around the 12.35 mark. You can see it has come down quite substantially. So if I went ahead and did sell here for 310, I'm only going to receive $620 this week. So I'm hoping that stock does trend up. If it does, I could maybe double that price. I'm trying to get a little bit over $1,000 this week for Ford for the number of shares I hold. But that's what's going to be happening in the portfolio this week. Again, just wanted to do a quick update on the portfolio and then going over a little bit of dividend capture and some of the stocks that I'm going to be taking a look at this week. With that, I'll end the video. Again, if you guys enjoy the content on the channel, if you guys enjoy the video series, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. To the next video, we'll see you then.